Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX Avalanche really doing well, doing all-time highs, and my price target has been reached. Why my price target? Well, I gave you the what was that? $112, and we've come, well, to 111, but I think that is close enough, to be honest. I did base that here on this bull flag at the breakout point, and this was the length, I think, of that flagpole, and that was the price target. But it was not only that bull flagpole technical target. No, it was also, and that is much more relevant for me here. Oh dear, where am I? Here, it was the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level of that major wave here, of that move, the $112 level. That is what we've reached. We now see a bit of a retracement because we basically bounced off that 1.618 extension level, and yeah, we've come to the level. It's great. It's AVAX was also, I mentioned it as one of my top cryptos for November, and it is performing really well. And I think it's not going to stop. You know, we will get short retracements. We might even get a pullback to a trend line. But I remember when I made this video here, when we were in this current retracement, and I showed you that bull flag, that I said, look, I would actually expect that we come down to the golden pocket once more, and maybe even here come down once more lower before we then continue to go up to new all-time highs. But honestly, it was so bullish, this cryptocurrency is so strong, that we didn't even get to that level, or even was it up here? I can't remember if it was here or there in one of these retracements. I think it was what in this bull flag, but it doesn't matter. The best thing here is just to hold. You're in an uptrend. If you're in an uptrend, you wouldn't, you hold it. You don't sell and then go out. And it is an uptrend, and we have been in this uptrend now since this breakout point here, that I also talked about at this point. And as always, I try to say, and I try to communicate that I can't take, I have to be careful what I say, because I can't give you any financial advice. But what I always do when I have a crypto which is in an uptrend, and I think it is going to change the world, it's going to make a difference. So that's why it's always important to do your own research. But if you're convinced about a project, if you like a project, and if we are in an uptrend, you can define an uptrend line here, for example, this support line, this ascending support line, and maybe even have a moving average close to it, then why wouldn't you buy the pullbacks, right? Because the pullbacks are where you can then go in cheaper and then maybe, basically sell when you're in an oversold range, where we are now. If you want to do trading, that might be a possibility, but you wouldn't just blindly sell. That wouldn't make any sense. You would need to sell as soon as you break a critical trend line to the downside, something like a moving average, like a shorter term moving average. But overall, in a bull market, it is oftentimes just better to hold. That's my view. So if we are now going to retrace, and at some point we will, I mean, on the daily, we are now coming into the overbought range again. So you can expect some sort of a retracement here. Then we could come down. Let me just give you some key support levels. And of course, I now took the fib levels out. So let me just reverse here, and I give you the fib levels again, because the fib levels, they will be also now key support levels. So you've got the $103 level, which is probably rather $100, because that is the psychological one. $100, I think that would be the key support, the obvious one, the first key support, before you then will have this one here. It's actually at, this is showing $97. Then you've got 91, which is also that previous high here. And then you've got here, you've got 87, 84, 81. So you've got quite a lot of support levels here that have been built in these ups and downs here. And that is actually quite good. We have moved up fast, yes. And at some point I would expect we come down once more here, possibly to that trend line. But at the moment, AVAX is doing really well. But again, we've hit the target level. And now, if you drop below $100, maybe, then we have further supports just around the corner. If we break through $112 now, that is the 1.618 extension level, then the next target would be 121, 122, and after that 137. And I think, AVAX could go to $200 easily. Yes, of course, not tomorrow. Will be taking a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months. But I think AVAX is such a strong project, and it has a really bright future. It can continue to go up, and even if we see a pullback then to this ascending trend line, which is currently, you know, if that happened today, it would be at $70, then that would be a great pullback that I would buy. Yeah, currently I'm not buying because we have just moved up too fast. I talked about buying in this area here very clearly, and now I'm just holding, and I will use further opportunities when we come down once more to buy more, because I think long term this project is just going to go up. We're above all moving averages, but bear in mind we're now overbought on the daily, on the weekly as well, and of course also on the shorter term time frames. I would say here we're just getting into the overbought range again on the 4-hour chart. And as we are overbought now on the daily, let's just take a look on the daily here. There is potential for a little bit more, maybe even to that $121 level at the 200% fib level. As you can see here, we were already back then. Here we were at the 95 range of the RSI. And again, back then the RSI also predicted a move down because we were in the overbought range. So that's telling me, you know, we could see a little bit more of an upside. There is scope still, but it's now extremely dangerous. I wouldn't go in now because we have made a lot of moves now to the upside. I would wait for a little bit of a sideways move and want to see that RSI coming down on the daily. That's my view. But again, I've talked about AVAX when we broke through here. I think also when we broke through here, and we've now made a 2x since then. It's not bad in a few weeks. So hopefully you liked that video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.